The Gladiators had absolutely no hesitation in batting first, quite desperately to win and get off the mark. This is Olivier, punched behind point. That is a cracking shot, so much of power, and that is a mile 11 circle champion shot to start the over.
And it's a pretty ordinary delivery. It's short and wide outside, plenty of room. It's not a quick track, so plenty of time to play that, but gee, it's good connection. Two outside, of course. That's all that's allowed outside the circle in the power play. So there's gaps if you make good connection.
Well, that's a bit of glove love, as they call it. We did speak about the power plays going deeper into the tournament. More runs here. Might be 4 more. We've spoken about it. You told us about Hasan Ali, Mickey, and he's really turning it out here.
Yeah, he is. He just seems to get going here in the 6th over. He's a good player. Hits the ball hard, dangerous at the top of the order, and showing us what he can do.
Their average score, by the way, in the power plays before today was 60 for 2, so that's 6 over. So before those 2 shots, they were well behind. So this is an opportunity where it's just given a bit of a spurt. 4 balls to get a lot of runs to get to where their average is. If you take 8 from that total, it shows how far behind the 8 ball they were, with 1 over of Olivier to come.
Not great fielding. Loves a single. Straight to the fieldsman on that occasion. Should have done better.
Yeah, he probably should have. Hazy, just to come back to that there, Banuka Rajapaksa, very, very good player. He's got his Red Bull in his hand. That's going to give him wings when he gets out there into the middle. Just to come back to Dwayne Olivier in terms of his lengths. On this wicket, Hazy, and I don't think it's the same type of wicket that we've seen before. I think it's going to be a little bit slower. He needs to get the ball fuller. He's bowling very much a South African length here.
That's a wide. That is a wide. Hasn't really had a good start. So, Gladiators looking good. 47 without loss. Statistic have been handed over to me. Danushka Gunatilaka has been outstanding in the first 6 overs. He's got 96 runs already of 56 balls. He's averaging a strike rate of 160 in the power plays. Is a good indication as to how dominant he has been so far.
Rashan, I'll tell you what, the Gold Gladiators here have got an opportunity. They've got their run rate up now to 8.5. So there's a nice little increase in the tempo. It just takes the 1 over. I think we've all seen enough T20 cricket to know that it takes 1 player to turn a game on its head, and I'm not suggesting that that's happening right now. However, some good form, some solid form. Suddenly they keep going at this sort of rate for the next 5 overs. Importantly, don't lose a wicket. I think wickets in hand towards the death are going to be crucial today.
That's another wide. He hasn't really had a good power play when he bowled so far, Olivier. He's been going at just under 10 runs.
Yeah, he hasn't bowled well. Doesn't look like he's got any rhythm. He's decelerating into the crease. And that's one thing as a fast bowler you don't want to be doing. You need to be accelerating into the crease. He looks as if he's decelerating, hence he's got no rhythm today.
12 from the over so far.
Got a bit excited that time. That was a slower delivery.
No shout at all actually from Dwayne Olivier. He wasn't interested. Let's have a look at the work that he's done. He picked up 4 wickets actually in the first game. He didn't bowl with any great pace, but there was some pretty good control around the place. But when you get a fast bowler doing this sort of stuff for a team that's a table topper, as are the Galle Stallions, it makes a massive difference. It really does.
Another single. 13 runs off it. The 50's up. The power play is done and dusted. 50.
Decision pen. प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें दोस्तों। सर्च कीजिए बिग बैश। दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रिडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें। दोस्तों सर्च कीजिए बिग। दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रिडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें। दोस्तों सर्च कीजिए। दोस्तों मैच
50 without loss at the end of the power plays, and that's a look at how beautiful the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium look. And that's from the drone, and we're getting more pictures. It's absolutely beautiful, and the good thing is the weather's dry. We've heard that we're having plenty of rain in the north of Sri Lanka, but we've been spared. Cricket goes on, which is brilliant news. I know lots of people are a bit anxious. One into Hasaranga. Now, if you want to excite Mickey Arthur, get one into Hasaranga on.
I want to actually get into this Hasaranga a little bit and just have a closer look at his technique, because clearly has been very difficult to pick. Now, if you look at the leg spinners around the world, there have been some fine cricketers, and I'm a huge rat for cricketers that play instinctive cricket. There's no better country than Sri Lanka for cricketers that play instinctive cricket, such as some of the players of the past, Janta Mendes, Son of Jayasuriya, Mataya Muralidharan, Lasith Malinga. Hasaranga's got his own style where he has a wrong on which she's cleverly worked out that he can bowl it without telegraphing that it's a wrong one. And that's a big weapon if you can do that.
Yeah, I think we get Mickey to actually give us that explanation, because he did see the way Hasaranga delivered it, not with the wrist but more with the fingers.
I'm going to spare the coach from actually giving away all the secrets. Here's Hasaranga. See that he rolls the ball out of his hand. There's not a wrong, and that's he gives it a bit of a rip, which is nice. There's a standard delivery as well. That turns back in towards the left-hander. So we haven't seen a wrong enough until now, but you would have noticed that you didn't see too much to the back of the hand when he did release that leg spin. Now that's how standard leg spinners bowl.
And just getting back to the wrong end, they'll go from back of the hand, they'll try and get it, the rotation higher. But the race now, that is a confident call.
And that was the wrong one too. That was the wrong one. I think it's hit him outside the line, so there's not going to be too much of a discussion. There's the clock, the DRS time ticking away, and they're not interested. The Stallions, the Jaffna Stallions.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I don't want to give too.
दोस्तों इसी तरह मैच का आनंद लेने के लिए सभी के सभी एक साथ मिलकर इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। दोस्तों सभी लोग एक साथ अभी के अभी लाल बटन को दबा दीजिए।
You know that's the wrong one. 54 without loss after 7-0.
पिच तैयार है 30 मिनट्स टू गो।
दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें। दोस्तों सर्च कीजिए बिग बेस्ट। दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें। दोस्तों सर्च कीजिए बिग दोस्तों
The Gladiators will need much more, at least 10 runs from here will get them close to about 190. This is about the right score, I think, on this pitch, because it's a touch slow. This is a on carries so much of experience, 281 games. He's been outstanding in this tournament. He's not put a foot wrong here.
That is outstanding running. I think now there's a little bit of excitement here from the Jaffna Stallions. That's why I added "I think" at the end. The Zing bios lit up. It has been sent upstairs to have a look. There was a dive. But Tassara Pereira seemed to think it was out. No, it's a really good dive. That's good desperation stuff.
Yeah. Tassara Pereira did get excited. This partnership is promising. The kind of foundation Gladiators would love, because the likes of Bhanuka Rajapaksa and a few others who can come and express themselves and play the big shot. Shahan Jayasuriya could do that. So they really need a good outing with the bat here, the Gladiators. Tilaka. Oh, how poor was that? That is really poor cricket.
Yeah, Tarangi the silver out there, I think that is poor cricket. That's a ball that should just be one. It goes for 4, but what that does is it transfers the pressure back onto the bowler when it should have only gone for 1. That's really disappointing from Chaturanga the silver.
Through extra cover. That's a much better effort. That's a much better effort. Greater commitment running around the boundary. Could have been 4, but saved it.
Got an enthusiastic clap from the skipper as well. $62 for none, halfway through the 8th. So their run rate is absolutely fine. They do have a shorter boundary leg side.
It's amazing how often in cricket you see when there's a misfield, but just like that was, the next ball goes for 4 when that shouldn't have been the batsman on strike, and that would have really made Tassara Pereira very cross.
Look at the batting to come. Spoke about how good Bhanuka Rajapaksa is.
Yeah, it's a nice match. What a match.
See, Dhananjay
match. 7.4 over 63.
Lakshan is unknown quantity. He's a youngster. Plays for the Coles, just over 23. Bowls a bit of medium pace, but he's more batting all round. He's batting in quite early. Good shot delivery, Pereira. It's called a wide, but you would see that the batsman looking to come forward all the time to him, and just banging it short.
Subscribe my channel.
Long way over the head of the batsman standing upright in the crease. Ten from the over 2 balls to go. This can be a big one. Just want to point out that the regular anti-corruption programs are conducted by Sri Lanka Cricket and the ICC. Anti-corruption units for the players taking part in the Lanka Premier League. And the Lanka Premier League this year will have all the necessary measures in place to protect the absolute integrity of the tournament and will adopt a zero tolerance policy against any wrongdoing.
I think
Very, very well done there, but Sara Pereira. Decision pending. I think he's in. Yeah, he's way in there. Way in.
Tell you what, they were winging that ball around a bit, weren't they, in the middle? Confident that there's people backing up, left, right and centre. Let me see a couple of words. Eight overs gone, 65 for none.
Hasaranga continues. He's always bowled in conditions where the batting side has been under pressure. He's come in when wickets were down or the team was struggling. I think this could be a rare occasion that Hasaranga's bowling with the openers intact.
Yeah, it is, but I think he's good enough to be able to do it. He's a genuine wicket taker. His control of his length is so good. And we know he's got the very good googly. And he's also got a ball that hurries on.
And the approach of the openers with Hasaranga appears to be one with little or no risk. They, I believe, understand that this is a wicket-taking guy. They'll try and milk him, but maybe with minimum risk.
Yeah. I think probably their team chat would say if he goes for 26 without doing too much damage, and he's headed straight up, this will be a very good catch. Wanindu Hasaranga, very good off his own bowling, very good.
Brilliant catch. Never easy running back and the ball falling over your shoulder. It's never an easy catch. And Wanindu Hasaranga did brilliantly. He had to turn and run back. And judged it brilliantly.
His head was moving all over the place. That's why it's such a good catch. I mean, to actually judge that is quite exceptional. I think look at the look on his face. You can tell. I think he even surprised himself a little bit. He wasn't settled at all and had to adjust at the last minute. That was brilliant. And Ali goes for 29, 67 for 1.
$67 for 1. It's now time for the strategic timeout.
पिच तैयार है 30 मिनट्स टू गो माई 11 सर्कल पे टीम बनाओ और मुझे
दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूले दोस्तों। सर्च कीजिए बिग बैश। दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूले दोस्तों। सर्च कीजिए बिग। दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूले दोस्तों। सर्च कीजिए दोस्तों मैच के टॉस प्रेडिक्शन और ड्रीम 11 टीम के लिए हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन करना बिल्कुल भी ना भूले दोस्तों। सर्च कीजिए